This is the first page of the layout, and then the second page. Again, this was kept fairly simple so that you'll be able to use a lot of your own product. We're going to do kind of the same thing that we did on the first layout where we're stamping our background, only this one's going to take it just a step up. We're going to use the crystal blue and ink randomly. Then we're also going to stamp it in Versamark and use our clear embossing powder over the top of it. This is the stamp set that I used. It's a Snowflakes stamp set, and this coordinates with the Art Philosophy cartridge, so all of the snowflakes that I gave you are cut from the Art Philosophy cartridge if you want to recreate this or make more pages to match. Let's get started stamping our background. We're going to need our white cardstock, our crystal blue ink, where I used this snowflake and then the two smaller ones. So the first thing we're going to do is take our crystal blue ink and our large snowflake, and we're going to stamp just a few on here. We don't want to put too many because we're going to be stamping them in blue, and we're also going to have some in Versamark. So we want to make sure that we leave plenty of room. And we're going to have a strip of paper that goes all across the center, so we're not going to be seeing a whole lot there. And then we also have our smaller ones that we want a few of those. Again, you don't want to get too many because we're also going to be doing these in Versamark. Okay, and then I have my little bit bigger one. And then we want to clean those really well because now we're going to stamp them in Versamark and put clear embossing powder on them. Now you can also mix, if you have the really fine glitter, you can mix it in with your embossing powder. You just want to make sure that you have enough embossing powder that it's going to glue and adhere when you heat it up. So we have our Versamark pad. You have to work fairly quick with because you need to get the embossing powder sprinkled on and it heat sets. You can't do very many before it starts drying. Then you're just going to sprinkle your embossing powder. Like I said, you want to work as quick as you can. Then you're going to heat it with your heat gun. So after you've heated it, you can see that it turns a shimmery, translucent color. One other warning, if you do put the fine glitter in with your embossing powder, you have to be very careful not to get it too hot because you can burn the glitter quite quickly. So now that we have all of the background stamped and embossed, we're ready to put our layouts together. This is the second page, and this is the first page. So let's work with the first page. Your long 12-inch strip of Twilight cardstock is just going to go centered onto the white cardstock. Your large piece of blue is going to go centered from top to bottom on the right-hand side of the page. And then this one is going to go with the brown strip of paper, and I would go about 3/4 of an inch from the bottom of the Twilight, and it's going to go right here. And you can put it underneath that blue. Okay, on the zip strip, you're going to take it and it's just going to go right across the bottom with about an 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch of Twilight showing on each side. You'll have 3 snowflakes for both layouts that you can just coordinate around your photos, whatever size photos that you have. So it's pretty important that when you do your embellishments and your photos, always keep your line of design moving and going. You want your eye to be drawn to one place and then to carry throughout your layout. And so your embellishments are one of those ways that you can do that. Or for the right hand side, you're just going to do the same thing. This goes right across the centers. Skinnier piece, center it there. This piece is going over here, and you'll notice that it doesn't quite go all of the way. That's because the photos are going to cover that up. And then your zip strip, same way. This is again like the other layout that we talked. I kept it generic so that you could put portrait or landscape photos or a combination like I have. 3 portrait to 4 portrait 4x6s or 3 landscapes across here, or you could cut them. I think this is probably about a 4x4. You could cut several of them that way. You could also cut 4x4 and overlap, do 2 here and 2 here, and come across the bottom. So figure out how you want your photos laid out, then grab your snowflakes and coordinate those. And again, I would suggest that you put them in a triangular pattern so that you keep the eye flowing throughout the layouts. Now I give you 3 buttons to embellish on top of the snowflakes and a piece of twine. You're also going to receive the Glitz glitter gel, and I included that in the pack because I thought it would be cute. You could put it on top of the snowflakes to make them sparkle. The other suggestion is on your embossing, when you emboss this layout, you could use silver embossing powder instead of the clear embossing powder, and that would give it another look. As I promised, I was going to show you some of the embellishments that I have that you could use to dress up this layout. You could use any of our sparkles. These are our little tiny sparkles, and put those like in the center of some of the snowflakes. Love to always add bling. These are the buttons, the blue assortment, so you get a lot of buttons. I think there's 72. Yep, 72 buttons. You get the 4 different colors that coordinate with our blue cardstocks. This is what I gave you. There's 3 of them in your bag. If you have the blue buttons, you could add more. The sparkles also come in our gray, with our clear and our gray, and if you did like the silver embossing, I think these would be really, really pretty. The mini medley accents that come in slate, there's several embellishments that would look really pretty on that, and I have just a few left. One of my favorite products that came out in the last catalog is this shimmer trim that comes in silver. If you want a little bit more of a girly deal, this is our designer brads that are in rhinestone, and this is another favorite product of mine that's also being discontinued. A sneak peek at one of the new products that's coming in the new Spring-Summer 2013 catalog. The new washi tape, it's gray with white polka dot. If you haven't used washi tape, it's a fun, really inexpensive embellishment that you can put on pages that will last forever. So I think this would be really cute, especially if you wanted to go more of a boy or a manly type layout. You could take these and just tear off and put on top of your photos in different places. Your baker's twine, like I said, the Glitz gel that you'll be receiving in your kit, putting it the same way as you would the little bling. You put it into the centers of some of the snowflakes, putting 3 little dots together in a triangle. The While Supplies Last section, oops, there is an assortment pack for the Lucky paper, which is discontinued, and this is one of the little chipboard pieces that's in that package, and so I'm going to put it on the first layout that we completed off to the side. On this layout I didn't include a title. You could use any of your alphabet stickers that you want. These are some that's from Close to My Heart that I'm going to work on making a subtitle on my other layout that's in the silver glitter, so it would match the shimmer tape. So you could use this and make your own title. On this one, I'm considering doing this. This was a title that I cut out of one of my Cricut cartridges. It says Let It Snow, and I used the Glitz gel on this little section and then the little scrolls. You can see that. But I'm actually thinking about cutting the little scrolls off and just putting the Let It Snow, because I don't like how it goes over that photo, and I've played with it in different places. So I think I may cut those off and just use the letters, and then I'll put the scrolls coming from the snowflakes in the photo somewhere else. So that's another idea that you can use your Cricut cartridges that you already own. You could also cut out the letters from the Art Philosophy or the Artiste cartridge. They both have a font. So just have fun. I hope that you enjoyed this month's layouts. When you get them done, I'd love it if you'd post a picture on my Facebook page, facebook.com, My Scrappy Ideas. Be sure to check there. I'll have all of the written instructions, the videos posted there, and layouts for February. Also, if you'd post any ideas, suggestions for other people that are in the club of what embellishments or what stash you're using on your layouts this month, we'd love to see them and we'd love to hear about them. Thanks so much for being one of my club members or just buying one of the kits this month. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're getting those photos out of your boxes and onto layouts. I hope to see you next month at Scrap Your Stash Club. Thanks a lot.